So we recently made a video regarding Angela Deem going out and pretty much drinking a drink from another TLC star, Mark. Mark was on the first season of Match Me Abroad. And obviously in that video in particular, we also spoke about how Angela Deem pretty much was drinking other people's drinks and not paying for them pretty much. And Mark obviously came out to talk about it. Well, Mark has come out with a new video, okay, regarding Angela Deem, which is, yeah, very, very interesting. So as you can see, before we even play it, it does say here that Angela from 90 Day Fiance biggest supporter henchman is a convicted sex offender. He lied about stuff in their cover-up. It took me 1 minute to prove he is lying. Watch and see. And to be fair, the person that he's referring to, which you will see in a second, is actually somebody that we did also speak about on the channel and expose at the time when the information came out about him being a convicted. Exactly. So let's get into it, folks.
If you've seen this video, then you probably should know about Angela Deem and her henchman. This guy, convicted sex offender George Mossy, said about me over the weekend. George claims he's never met me, that I crashed the party. Well, I can easily disprove that. Here's the clip.
Apparently, he found out about this event that Angela was having, and he wasn't invited. He invited himself, and he showed up.
Not only was I invited guest, Angela knew I was coming, and I was invited by none other than the convicted sex offender, George Mossy. Now, why George went on that podcast with Shabuti and said all those things, he probably never thought I would hear it, because I don't listen to anything he puts out. But I heard it because someone sent it to me, and I heard nothing but lies, guys. Nothing but lies, and it's easily proven. I've known George for years. I've known Tyree for years. I was an invited guest, as I proved. So if you want a non-reporter who's just gonna go out there and make up stuff, that Shabuti and George Mossy podcast. That's it for you. If you've seen this video.
So I'm just gonna leave that video playing again because I wanna pause it at some of the points when of course there's some flow information at the top. So obviously, for example, this one he says, this guy lied about me to try and protect his criminal friend Angela, okay, which is quite interesting and to be fair, not surprising to be honest with you, because like I said before, we spoke about this whole information previously in another video earlier on in the year because it had to be obviously exposed. I clearly didn't invite myself, it says from George at the top. I mean, listen, there you go, you got a point there. And then obviously, as you can see here, there is this little screenshot of my invitation from George himself. Angela said, you're on the list. I got a text hours ago saying that from the website, just wanted to make sure you knew. So to be fair, at the end of the day, the man he's just trying to come in with the receipts, you know what I mean? Let people know the truth. Now also on top of that, it does say that a real reporter would have broken the story the next day because he was there, which is nothing but absolute factual. George was protecting his meal ticket, never posted a thing about the crime she committed that day. Wonder why? And to be fair with it, this is actually not the first time that I've actually heard about these kind of things where there are certain people that do protect other cast members, you know what I mean? And don't say anything. And even when they give information, they just ignore it. And to be fair, I've had information given to me in the past or videos that I've created, and before even making the videos, the people that send them to me have said to me, well, I actually did send it to so-and-so beforehand, and they just said, no, this isn't good enough, blah, 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 blah. Well, in reality, it's because they didn't want to expose somebody that they're close with, because if they do, then that means they stop getting information from that person that they can post on their page as an exclusive, when in reality, most of the time, it's not even an exclusive. It's really and truly just found from either Reddit or, from what I've heard, some people actually even pay 90 Day cast members for content, to be fair. So there's also that part too. But as you can see here, of course, he's obviously showing off another piece of information where it says you are here, not yet, almost. Oh, we are in the Airbnb. Again, further proving that he was invited by the man himself, who is a sex. Then also it continues it by saying Shibuya looks like a total fool for having George come on and lie. And to be honest with you, at the time when it came out regarding obviously George being exposed for his criminal activities, I remember in that video that I created, I'm pretty sure I spoke about the fact that if I was Shibuya, I would remove him from this 90-day podcast that they do whenever they do it on whatever platform that they do it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not a good look to keep yourself close to somebody that has a criminal record like that. But obviously, you know, he obviously chose to still stay in a relationship. Well, in a relationship. You never know. But of course, he still chose to obviously allow this person to be a part of his podcast. And to be honest with you, one of the other things that was quite sickening is that George is also he's also close friends with another 90 Day cast member, to be honest with you. I believe that one is Kimbali. And that's not the person who pretty much, batted a blind eye towards the fact that this man has a record, you see what I'm saying? And to be fair, I did see images a few months ago of an event that happened regarding 90 Day cast members that somehow George was still invited to as well. So to be fair with you, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a couple of people in the 90 Day world that was covering up his BS, and that would also explain why he's also covered. He also does not report on them when they're actually doing things that are worth reporting on. But will happily sit there and say they've got exclusive on other things that are just not that deep. But hey, it is what it is. Some people just choose exactly what they want to exploit in this world and choose what they don't want to exploit because they're afraid that it may break a relationship. But hey ho, I guess we all get into the whole social media world and the whole reporting world for our own different reasons. Some of us, we just want to be 100% authentic no matter what. Some of us want to fabricate things. Some of us want to hide things. I mean, listen, whatever your poison is, as long as you can live with yourself, it is what it is. But as you can see here in this one, he says George is protecting what he thinks is a meal ticket and Deem. They are both criminals. One's a felon, so it makes sense they would stick together. I mean, listen, Mark ain't messing about here, to be honest. I'm happy that he's coming out like this because there's many people in his position who's also a part of the 90 Day world or the TLC world who wouldn't say a single thing, who wouldn't come after anybody. And the fact that he's coming after Angela as well in this video, as well as also coming after George, to be fair, is pure cinema, because there's a lot of people that don't come after Angela out of fear or out of whatever nonsense. You see what I'm saying? Because I think there's still people that still see Angela as that meal ticket. They still see her as, but knowing her means that I'm popular in the 90 world, or knowing her means that I'm gonna get exclusive, or knowing her means that I've made it. I've made it with one of the biggest faces of the franchise of 90 Day Fiance. I mean, listen, let's be real. I ain't gonna lie to you folks, like at the end of the day, like if I was in a position where I was able to make friends or make an alliance with Angela Deem, I tell you this now, folks, I would treat it exactly the same as every other cast member that I've ever encountered with, and that was in a very simple way. Let's do a freaking interview, we'll get the information out there, you know what I'm saying? And also, I always say this to every single cast member, just so you know, just because we've done a little interview and just because we speak a little bit here and there, whenever there's tea that comes out about you, I'm gonna drop it no matter what, and I'm still gonna keep it authentic no matter what. And to be fair, a lot of them do respect it. They're like, listen, end of the day, you gotta make your money, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But then there are some that have actually said, "Oh, is it okay if I edit the video before we upload it?" And I'm like, hell no, my stuff is authentic. I don't edit my interviews. Are you crazy? And they're like, "Oh, well, in that case, I can't do it then." Okay, see you later then. Man, listen, I don't give a damn if I would benefit crazy from certain views if I was to allow someone to do an interview and then edit things out, because, well, I want people to see the whole thing raw, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it is what it is. We all choose our struggle and our battle and our wins, all that type of shit. Now, with that being said, I swore I should have done that. Please, YouTube, do not demonetize me. Now, with that being said, it continues here by saying, can you trust anything this guy or Angela says? No, he lied about stuff that I can prove in under 1 minute. Ooh, I wonder what those things are. And let's be real. When you use the word trust, and Angela Deem is a part of the word trust, we instantly know that we can't trust anything that comes in that direction. It's always a narrative to protect yourself. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if 90% of a lot of the cast members is always a way to just protect themselves, if you know what I mean. Nonetheless, though, I am interested and curious to find out if Mark is going to come out with any more information around Angela Deem, or even this whole situation in general, where he's going to be spitting some more tea. But I will say, though, the comment section is rather interesting, because we've got Cynthia. Obviously, Cynthia is a part of the 90 Day world. She's saying, way to go. We need to keep exposing their lies and the thieves of the world. So to be fair, the fact that there's support from another person that is a part of the 90 Day world is actually quite cool. Also, we've obviously got bloggers here like the 90 Day Fiance Alexa, obviously saying, I love this, supporting this, which is great stuff. Kiki's obviously out there supporting, which is fantastic. But sadly, those are the only comments that we have here. Why is there no more comments? God damn, people. But then again, you look at the likes, you got Jamie who's also liked it, you know what I'm saying, and a few other people too. So, oh, no, I wasn't meant to do that. I'm going to lie to you, folks. Hold on, wait, hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. I don't know why it keeps kicking off. Rishi liked it too. Okay, interesting stuff, folks. But with that being said, we'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and we'll most certainly talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.